Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 8th episode of the second season of Monster Mates, You Degenerates.
Welcome.
Spencer, choose a number between 1 and 131.
52.
52. Gremlin girls. All right, hold on.
All right. Well, it's been a while since we did. My brain is going to like a scraggy little imp child thing, like dwarf girls.
Pretty much.
That's what I'm
Here you
thinking, but
go.
they're like more grungy. That is not what I was thinking.
I mean, they are small and apparently very technologically advanced.
I see that. They are very technologically advanced. They're very smart.
All right. So before we get into it, what is your rating?
I'm gonna give this like a 7.
Okay. This is gonna come out of left field. I'm gonna give this a 9. I think.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's a big one.
I know.
I'm shocked.
I know.
Alright, so, why a 9?
The fact that they're super smart. I'll be legit. The fact that they're super smart and they are small.
They look smug as hell, too.
They do, and I like that a little bit.
Okay, I think everyone likes a little bit of smugness. A little smug.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, do you wish to read the description, or shall I?
I'll read a few things.
Alright,
from this.
from the top.
They have big beast ears and a pint-sized body, like a little girl, but they're genuinely a race of demons. They are highly skilled and knowledgeable when it comes to magical items, magitech dolls, and machinery, and they are purported to be one of the only races that can handle the technology of unknown civilizations, including the automatons, which were recently discovered in ancient ruins. They themselves are not very powerful, however. They carry gizmos that they personally created using the technology of unknown civilizations, such as mechanical strong arms, a gadget to whirl through the sky at high speed, blasters that fire condensed spirit energy, and detachable tiny flying objects that attack their foes, etc. Depending on their resources and abilities, gremlins acquire a diverse array of powers. With an impishly mean and mischievous personality, as soon as they spot a human, they'll launch an attack as if to boastfully show off the power of their gizmos.
Are we getting some Tsunderes? Ooh, keep going.
They're highly curious and enjoy seeing men bombarded with pleasure, so when they obtain a man that strikes their fancy, they'll be intent on enjoying toying with every inch of his body. Okay.
Ooh. So
Yeah.
they're going. I just imagine like the Frankenstein thing where like you get strapped up by your arms and legs and you're on the thing.
Yeah.
I imagine them doing that, but just doing a bunch of pleasure-inducing tortures to you using science. That's all I'm imagining.
Probably. Honestly, yeah, I can see that.
Hold on, I want to keep reading. Being a monster, their body can provide a man with inhuman pleasure just by straddling him and shaking their hips. But due to their monomaniacal obsession, it seems they feel like it isn't enough if they just do it with their own body. So they'll start to create gadgets exclusively for providing their husband with pleasure and enhancing sex. I knew it. I knew they would. You're not that smart. Listen, you're not that smart unless you create things for like this. This is how you know you're a real genius. At first, something other than their own hands will start crawling around their husband's body, and as the days go on, a mechanism that injects aphrodisiacs and stamina boosters, a mechanism that sprays them out in mist, a mechanism that wraps around their husband's hips and amplifies his pleasure by many times as soon as they drop their hips, etc., etc.
Goodness.
Oh my god. The device's functions successfully increase in proportion to the love they direct towards their husband. Eventually, it will change it to Specially made bed packed with pleasure mechanism. It literally is just what I was saying. It's literally just
Yeah,
a bed.
pretty much.
I imagine going up to a bed and be like, hey, this bed looks like normal. As you turn on the switch, it starts spinning. The robot arms come out everywhere. The strap-ons and everything are just
No,
everywhere.
I imagine it's pressure sensitive. So as soon as you just lay down on an unsuspecting bed, and as soon as you lay down on it, the straps come out, and so do the injections.
Oh no, like, no, not today, wife. It's just like, fuck you, give me. Oh no, I'm kind of a fan of this though.
Okay.
Let's see here. The husband will be laid there, repeatedly enjoying full body orgasms, incessantly pouring spirit energy into the tiny room of the gremlin straddling him.
Okay.
Being well versed in magical items in ancient civilizations, aside from their repair and maintenance, they also possess the special power they can cause malfunctioning. Around the magical items that ward off monsters will summon monsters, and devices that stall the wearer's monsterization by sucking up the demonic energy will explode, scattering condensed demonic energy around. Furthermore, the effect also impacts those types of monsters. A golem will forget her semen. Oh no,
You
sorry.
skipped a line.
I skipped a line. Oh no! A golem will forget her orders or go out of control, single-mindedly, continuously licking her master's penis and repeatedly gulping down his semen. An automaton sense of values concerning servicing her master will go awry, and she'll stroke its lower parts while intimately close and start praising him for saying "good boy, good boy."
That's
as
pretty
soon
good.
as if soothing a baby when he involuntarily ejaculates, unable to bear it.
Okay.
All right, so okay. So not only can they create toys for you and her specifically, she can create robots and other automatons that she can control for you, and so you can have your own like orgy of automatons with your gremlin.
Pretty much.
Okay, I don't think I'd go for a brothel for these. Let's talk about the brothel. I would not go to a brothel for this.
For this, no. I'm good on that, Chief.
Yeah, this
especially,
is... Yeah.
Especially since you're not even doing much to her. It's more like she's doing things to you.
And hey, if you're into just everything being done to you, like, here you go. This is like really good. Personally, I think some things are good, but then some other things I'm like, I don't know. This is kind of like a hit or miss kind of thing for me. Because it kind of goes back to, because I'm assuming, one, they're Tsunderes. I'm a big fan of smug Tsunderes. I love them. Is my favorite. And so this is right up my alley for personality type. I like how smart they are, and I like the fact that they come up with crazy, weird inventions that, like, maybe this will get the orgasm. You know, like, that's fun. I like that.
Yeah.
What I don't like is... Because, are we going with the body of a child, or are we going with, like, dwarf? Because I imagine, because it says, like, body like a little girl, but my brain, when I hear gremlin, I think of, like a dwarf kind of girl, like a proportionally sized dwarf.
What's it? I'm gonna say that they have the same size as a gremlin, but they have just different proportions, but are more petite in nature.
I see. Where dwarves are more curvy in nature.
Yeah,
these are
they're more stouty, whereas gremlins are petite.
All right, I'm down for using that as their description for this, which is if it's they're small like this, the dwarves are the curvy versions. These are the smart, thinner versions, petite versions.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
All I'm hearing is I can just use their inventions to use them as a pocket pussy again. Like, that's all I'm hearing, and that's what I'm liking.
Fair.
Literally, just use their inventions just to have her strap on like 24/7. That sounds great.
I mean, that particular invention, yes, 100%.
Absolutely. It's not even an invention. It's just give me a couple belts.
I mean, yeah, literally one of them would be a direct belt just to keep her upper half up.
I feel like she would have to, like, not make anything too crazy for sex. You know why? It's because
Why is that?
I don't think she would want to complete or compete against like her creations because she's like, I made it
Are
too
you
good.
sure? Because it sounds like it sounds like kind of, oh goodness. Okay, this sounds like what Einstein did to his wives.
You know what?
Which
I don't
are
know
you?
what he did to his wives, Trevor. Please
Yeah, okay.
tell me.
All right. So I don't remember the specifics or not, but basically, the gist of it was basically like Einstein made his wives sign a contract, being like, the only thing you're here to do is to provide food, clean the house, wash my clothes. But obviously, in this case, it's more like you're just going to be my experiments to see how these robots do.
So we're testing it for her.
Yeah, pretty much. And not even doing anything to her, like, almost at all.
That's true. Like, a lot of this is going to be you fucking the things she makes and being experimenting with, like, all of her. Because, like, in the drawing, or in the reference photo we're using, she has, like, a jetpack. She has, like, two giant hands literally holding her up. Coupled, like, tentacle things in the background.
Doc-Ock looking things.
Doc-Ock looking grabby arms in the background, like, just menacingly there. And I'm like, I'm down for this for reasons I think I could get into, but I'm not positive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I understand hey, I'm going to do things to you, and I've never had that happen to me specifically, so I don't know how I would feel about that. But I like Tsundere, so this is already kind of up there. This is already up there. She's like, shut up, I don't like you. Just test my experience, idiot. I'm just like, I like you. Just treat me like shit, and I'll like it. That's all you need to do. That's all I like.
Goodness.
That's what I like.
Also, one other thing. Furthermore, just like the automaton, the devices they carry are weak to electricity, as if a big current were to flow through them, they would go haywire immediately. Should that happen, the devices meant to provide pleasure to a man will instead attack their controller, binding their body and toying with it, injecting aphrodisiacs, making them melt, and grabbing their legs and forcibly spreading them apart, offering their body to a man. Such kinds of malfunctions could occur among other things.
Oh,
so
I like that. That sounds great.
If I were me, which I am me,
yeah, thankfully,
I would carry a pocket taser with me at all times, so I could just
a little buzzer, just a little joy buzzer to put on.
Just when she's not looking, I zap the machines, and then it's my turn.
That sounds awesome. I like that. Like, here's the thing. I think what I'm mixed about this is the fact that she just wants to use it on me, but like hearing that part where she's more okay, even if she's not okay with it, more embarrassed that it's being used against her. I like that too.
It honestly sounds like that.
Like that enhances it for me. She's like, no, this is not for me. And then enjoys it. I enjoy that fact so much more than because if it was just me, you know, and she's just like, I just want to use it on you, I wouldn't be into it as much, right?
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, I know, it's just wanting to use it on me, and if you're into just someone using it on yourself and her doing it to you, yeah, okay. Yeah. But I am down for the back and forth between both, being like, yeah, okay, your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn.
I'm gonna carry that pocket taser like constantly.
I'm gonna fucking get that joy buzzer.
Like we talked about like cattle prods.
Yeah, I'm gonna cattle prod her. That sounds great.
I was talking about the machines.
Why not both?
I mean, you can do both if you want.
I'll
talking
make a
primarily...
cattle prod machine. Well, if I did that, then they would be used against me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, the machines, like, because here's the thing, I'd just be like, the machines, the only thing I could honestly say would be, like, don't make X machine. I can't think of a lot, only just, no, not my butt stuff. Don't touch my butt.
No food of machine.
No food of machine. Not for me. Not for me.
Yo, I'll take that.
I know you will. Not for me. I'm good. So like I don't so I think the idea that there's not really a limit on that creates a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like you can create like obviously automatons with pocket pussies. You can create whips. You can create hand grabbing. You can create if you're into tickling, that's obviously on the table for you as well.
All I can think,
Yeah.
all I can think of is those like, oh goodness, I don't remember the exact type of model, but those robots you see in like Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, the ones that are just on the one wheel with the huge TV monitor as a face.
Yeah.
Like Yes Man and the sheriff at the beginning.
Yes,
Just
I gotcha.
I just imagine those kinds of machines with hands just made up of like oh goodness.
Like a cartoony rubber hose, like grabby hands,
Yes, something
like a
just
Mickey
something
Mouse
like
kind of glove hand.
something like that just used for pleasure, and I'm just like bruh.
Bruh, dude, this is gonna be an interesting one to get. Like, because I'm kind of hopping to the end here, not hopping to the end, but like this is gonna be an interesting one to get commissioned for whoever we get for it, because like there's a lot of tiny things going on.
Yes.
But I'm a fan of this. You can either with machines, obviously you get that extra uniqueness with the Gremlins, and you get this uniqueness with her toys, her uniqueness with electricity, which I'm down for because I've never done electricity play, but I've thought about it because I remember when I was a kid, I had those those shock pins.
Yeah.
I shocked myself until it went dry. I remember doing that and be like, bzz, ah. And I remember shocking myself, and then I'm like, oh, it doesn't work anymore, damn it. And I never got another one, but like I feel like that was just something I'm like, do I like that? I don't know.
Maybe.
I can't think of not liking it. So I mean, maybe.
Different for everyone, I suppose.
I feel like the only thing that I have fear of with like using electricity, and I think that's a lot for a lot of people, is you don't want your heart to stop because you have electricity.
I was just about to say, are you gonna accidentally make your heart skip a beat through doing that?
Yeah, that's the problem I always had with it, where you electricity nipple volts like that part scares me. That is the part that makes me go, I don't want to do electricity, but I like everything else about it.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Looks like she even has goo canisters on the back.
I mean, that's the
She's holding your Shogoth girl in there.
It's probably the aphrodisiacs, probably.
Oh man, she's gonna inject that right into the cock vein.
Please no.
What do you mean no? You don't want needles right in your dick?
No, not right there. Put it literally anywhere else.
Well, how else is it gonna work?
Put it in my leg or my arm.
What? You don't want? Listen.
Yeah?
You know where it's most effective.
I'm aware, but it can still flow to the body. It will be a delayed reaction, all right? It'll be a delayed reaction. That's
straight
fine.
To the cock vein.
No.
Straight to the balls.
No.
See that like I can do the cock. I cannot do not the balls. That sounds horrible.
Oh goodness. It's already a thin enough patch of flesh already.
I know. Like oh.
It's already thin enough as is.
Oh no. So what would you rate a gremlin?
Okay, after mulling it over, after going through all the things, I'm probably gonna say I'll go with a 7. Went down a couple pegs, honestly.
It did. Why did it go down?
Because even though I could use the pocket taser, like just the fact that I don't get to really do anything to her except if I use the pocket taser, I don't like that. Not a huge fan. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I like the inventions all that. I just wish the inventions could be used in tangent with her, not just the robots.
Right. I mean, hey, like here's the thing, right? when in doubt, like say the gremlin became your wife, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure at some point you say, hey, can we try this? I'm sure that would be fine, It's not like an all-in-force, it has to be this or nothing.
You saying that just made me think of some weird Iron Maiden, like, contraption where we're both trapped in there. I don't know why that came to mind, but it did.
That is some medieval shit for this high-tech gremlin who's
yeah.
literally using robot arms.
Yeah, I'm aware. Don't worry.
Just use the cattle prods in the
No.
Iron Maiden instead.
Wait,
Yeah,
no,
just cattle prod it.
no. Instead of the spikes in the Iron Maiden, it's cattle prods.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I was saying.
I know.
It's great. It's great. That sounds wonderful. So here's the thing.
Sounds like it'd be great to watch her, but I wouldn't be into that myself. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not an Iron Maiden version of that.
So this went down a peg for me. So I started at 7, I think. Right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. So I went down to 6 when we were talking about it, but then, as a whole, I give this like a 6.
Okay.
There's one thing making it a 7.
Mm-hmm.
She's a tsundere.
Yeah, I'm aware.
That gives it a free point for me. Like, it's like with you Mantis girls, it's the Tsundere.
Yeah.
You love Tsunderes.
I do.
So, like, that gives it its own point.
Yeah.
So, I honestly cannot, like, give this wholeheartedly. Like, realistically, on what it is, I give it a 6.
Okay.
But, personally, because I especially would go after the Tsunderes, I'd go after it for the 7.
Mm-hmm.
Because the smugger the better. Like, nothing's better than... Listen, nothing is better than having a smug bitch girl and having you putting her in her place.
Don't get me wrong.
I love it.
Don't get me wrong.
I've dated those in high school.
Fair.
And like one in college. I love it. I absolutely adore it.
Don't get me wrong. I'm right with you on putting them in their place. Do not.
That sounds bad. We probably shouldn't say that.
I don't
that
care.
Sounds horrible.
I don't care. Anyways, like that for me, like heck yes, give me that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I can't resist trying to get that Tsundere to crack finally.
The Tsundere to crack was all sweet and nice. It's just some lusty, mind-broken, like, mess of just yelling, fuck me.
Yes.
That's kind of where I'm at with, too, like, mind-breaking the Tsunderes and just breaking that, that attitude. Because, I adore that attitude, so, like...
Yes.
It's the same mentality, but for different starters.
Yes.
All right, I think that's it. I think we'll call it. I gave this a 6 into 7 with Tsundere, and you gave it a 7.
Yes.
All right, well, thank you so much for listening, everybody. What would you rate a Gremlin girl? Would you have sex with her toys?
If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like, and if you want more, please subscribe. And if you want updates on the show, please follow our Twitter, and also check out the amazing artists who made the thumbnail for this episode.
Well, we'll be sure to pinpoint the toys and stuff in the background. Thank you so much for listening. Your time is the most important thing you give us.
And until then, stay tuned for the next episode.
Bye.